just the way it is. He's not forevermore. My truth, my way, my door. The one that I adore. That's just the way it is. I love him with my life. He is my reason why. In him I will abide. That's just the way it is. I'll never let him go. Tell everyone I know how much I love him so. Hello? Hello? There we go. How y'all doing today? Welcome to Behind the Veil. I appreciate you all coming out. That was me trying to put on my new intro. That's just the way it is. My daughter and I wrote that. What's going on, Krishana? How you doing out there in them streets? I hope all things are well. I hope y'all are doing good. Do me a huge favor, like and share. Send the information out in the atmosphere. Y'all get them out. Let me remove that from the stage in Jesus' name. Hey, and so I pray that all is well. We are here. Good, Krishana. I'm glad you are amazing. I'm glad you are amazing. Tell your friend, tell your neighbor, we're getting ready to talk a little bit. We got to talk a few things. We have a special guest tonight, but before the special guest come on through, we're going to talk a little bit. I'm Stephen Williams. They call me the Good Bishop. Nobody is good like our God, and we are appreciative for the opportunity. Tell a friend and tell a neighbor that we are out here on Behind the Veil. Trying to discuss the things that are happening in the atmosphere and what's going on in the news today. Listen, I'm going to come on in. We're going to, our guests will be on sometime shortly. We're going to be talking about Black farmers. Hopefully they'll be able to tune in and tap in. And until they do, we got a whole lot. We got some other stuff we can discuss. And I don't know who is in. We're on Behind the Veil. And so what I want to talk about, let me put that on Behind the Veil. Listen, I want to talk about, we are definitely kind of in mourning today. Jesse Jackson left us, 84 years old, and I think it was 84. And Jesse Jackson has gone on. Everybody's having different reactions. He was North Carolina Aggie, and is with most famous really for being there when MLK was murdered. What's up, OG Bobby? Crystal. What's up, Chris? What's up, Chris Walls? What's going on? And so Sohana is here. My sister is here. Dre, what's going on? Y'all, we dedicated Boss Man back to God Sunday. So it was good. It was a great moment. But yeah, so Jesse Jackson is going on. How y'all feeling about Jesse leaving us? What's your comment? What do you remember most? Well, a lot of you all are too young to even remember when Jesse was running. A lot of you wasn't even born, I guess, when Jesse. Yeah, it was an amazing day. NIV and CSB is in the building. All right, what's NIV and CSB is in the building. All right. Jesse was really. Jesse ended up with Parkinson. Dre, he wasn't just tired. He ended up having Parkinson's at the end of his life, and but back in the day, Jesse Jackson was the bomb with his "Let's Keep Hope Alive," and when he was running for president, and he ran for president twice. First black man to do it before Obama. Then he was sitting up there crying when Obama got in. So it was interesting that Jesse left here. He's a part of my childhood, always has been.
Lord, forgive him, for he know not what he be talking about. Jesus, he had a tough there. All his yes, you remember that? Oh, wait a minute, so honey, I don't even know how old you are, but all that he used to always have a whole bunch of rhymes, always. Dog, y'all some man, y'all cruel, man. Yeah, he used to have a lot of slogans. Yeah. Uh, Dog Cannon, y'all rough, boy. Y'all some rough people on behind the veil. Hey, I like Jesse. Run, Jesse. Run. Yeah, civil rights leader. Uh, Obama has. Yep, he was an Aggie. He was an Aggie. Did you go? Did you go to A&T? You know, are you an Aggie or you just went there and went home? Did you graduate? I don't think people who didn't graduate ought to be. They don't need to be celebrating it. But did you graduate and all that good stuff? I just be playing around. But yeah, he's an Aggie. Great. You know, I think his son went there too, right? Jesse Jackson Jr. He got in a little trouble though, didn't he? Is he still alive? Okay. But he got in trouble. He had to go to jail, right? Jesse Jackson Jr. So anyway, yeah, but yeah, so we are excited about that. Um oh Lord. Ron, I don't know if you meant that to be funny, but the way you wrote that is not a good thing. Uh I did go there doing homecoming. But yeah, so Jesse Jackson is gone, and that was back in our day. Man, Jesse was that dude. He was on the balcony when Martin got killed. Um, a lot of these cats, boy, they take a lot of they have taken a lot of stories. Excuse me, they have taken a lot of stories to the grave. I would love to know a lot of stuff. He might be the last one, right? Because Abernathy is gone. Of course, Martin is gone. He was there. There was a few more people that were there. Andrew Jackson, was he there? I don't know. The people who were on the balcony, but I think all of them now may be gone. And so it's really sad. It's really sad, sad, sad. It's a sad day as we have lost Jesse. Listen, we keep, we got to keep hope alive. Yeah, we still warring, trying to become Andrew Young. Yeah, well, Andrew Young was there. Is Andrew gone too? I don't know. Is Andrew Young gone on to be up in that great cloud of civil rights heaven? Aware, you know, we don't put nobody anywhere over here behind the veil. But Andrew Young, I think, was there, and I think he's gone on too, right, Gloria? y'all a tough crowd. I mean, y'all a tough crowd. So we're gonna talk until our guest tonight. No, he's an old man now. Oh, he's still alive. Okay, good deal. Andrew, yes, he was blessed to see 84. A lot of people don't even see 84. He was blessed to see 84. We'll take it. And Andrew Young, he must be still alive. Let's look that up. Yeah, and so it's a whole lot going on. We're going to discuss some stuff until our guests get here. Our guests will be coming in. I hope they have a meeting with the governor as a matter of fact. So I hope this all works out for us tonight. I hope it works out for us. Yes, Cannon, I believe that. I know that there are some private stories, man, the stuff they probably did and saw during that time in the 60s. I bet you anything, boy, they saw some stuff and did some stuff that they probably can't tell nobody. And at least not tell the whole truth about it. And so that's going on with that. The other thing that's happening tonight, hey, listen, they found the glove, but it doesn't have any DNA in it. All right. What is y'all thought? What are the thoughts about Nancy Guthrie? I'm a mighty afraid. It's been what? At least 10 days, 2 weeks, and nobody's gotten any news. It's been at least 2 weeks, and no one has gotten any news. My granddaddy had stories. Cannon, why is something wrong with you? Your granddaddy had some stories. Yes, Coleman, I saw that. Michael Jordan was the first black owner to win. Well, might be the only black owner in NASCAR. Let's look that up. Look that up right quick, Cannon, the news consultant. I think Michael Jordan might be the only black owner, but he won the Daytona 500. I watched the last 2 laps or 3 laps after I heard about that. And so, but that was good to see that the owner, that he won that. Yeah, Gloria, I'm nervous. I really am nervous. Nancy's been gone without her medication. She had a heart problem. You are absolutely. What's going on, Overseer, Princess Police Woman, Pastor Diane D. Walker? Oh, not Diane. The princess is the D for Diane. I think it is. Walker, God bless you. You are right. Brad Daugherty was an owner. You're exactly right, Dre. We should have known, you would say. No, Coleman, he is not. Brad Daugherty. I know Brad Daugherty was in racing, but if anybody's gonna know, we ain't gonna be able to argue tonight, because Dre knows everything about racing and cars and stuff like that. In fact, he think he a race car driver. Yeah. Did y'all see Mike pinching that little boy on his bottom? I know he didn't mean any harm, but no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. I didn't see that at all. I watched, there was some controversy of something that he did with something. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. But yeah, Coleman, I agree. Yeah, send it to me, Cannon. Okay. Brad Daugherty is still part owner. All right, Dre, with the knowledge about the racing, because we know you know. If anybody gonna know anything about some racing, it's about NASCAR. It's going to be Dre. Dre, let me help you out. You're not getting ready to do little boss man like that. You're going to put boss man in basketball. Anybody playing with you? You're right. Brad Daugherty is the co-owner. And so Michael is, so I guess it's just the two of them. But Mike is the only one that has won Daytona, which is huge. So congratulations, Mike. Hey, Mike, send us about 10,000, about 50,000. You ain't doing nothing with it. You got $1 billion. Send it over here. Mike was getting iced out of Bo's shirt from the celebration. The little boy is Tyler Reddick's son. Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about, Trey. I don't know who the little boy was, but whatever it is, Mike is the owner, and he won, so we'll take it. I really do believe Nancy. I'm praying about Nancy. I really am. I'm not sure about Nancy. That's all I got for you. I'm just not sure about Nancy. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. That's all I got for you on Nancy. We trying to do what we can do. And that's all. Nah, Joan owns 60% of that racing team. Who? Who is Joan? Coleman, who is Joan? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm lost. Now, black folk can do any sports outside of football. Go on, Dre, with that. Go on. Who is Joan? I don't know what you're talking about. The little boy was the driver that won the 500. Okay, the little boy was the son. I know you're going by what Google said, but who is Joan? I just want to know who is Joan. That's all. Help a brother out. Oh, you said Jordan. Okay. So Jordan owns 60% of the racing. Okay. He ought to be a billionaire. My ignorant self talking about, well, who is Joan? Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, my God. That is too funny. That is real funny. Y'all are crazy. Oh, Lord. Yeah, because I know Danny Hamlin owns it with him. I know Danny Hamlin. Oh, Gloria, you are so right. She is gone. She is out of breakfasts on this side. She's done. Cannon, no. Joan Rivers is not. Coleman Mitt Jordan. But I tell you, it is something wrong with y'all. Not Joan Rivers. Oh, they can't find the signal on her. But I thought the pacemaker was disconnected from the phone. As to why. As to why. they can't find the signal. That's what I thought. That's really what I thought. I just say what it is. Hey, did y'all? I'm reporting all over. Did y'all see? They can still. They can still track it. Oh, okay. So it's untrackable because you know, Pastor Overseer, Pastor Prince. You got a whole bunch of names. You're overseer, pastor, police, Jesus, princess, Diane. Well, you got a lot of titles. You can get rid of some of them titles. Throw them away. Get rid of some of them titles. Cut them off. Be either an overseer or a pastor. Don't be them both. All right, my people are here. Let's see. Wait a minute. Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me? They can hear me. Pacemakers are made differently. Listen, my crew, they coming in. So I can't talk to y'all no more. I'm getting ready to try to see if we can bring in our guest. There was a girl though. Wonder Woman is what they called me. I know, and another title of Wonder Woman. All right, listen, everybody, go get everybody and tell everybody, come on in. Our guests are getting in their cars. I think, y'all getting in y'all car yet? Y'all want me to wait till you get in your car? Let's see. I'm gonna add them to the stage. First of all, let me get Diane Walker over here. Wonder Woman. I'm adding their picture. This is the couple that is going to hang out with us. Is your mama on here? I don't see your mamas. I don't see your mamas. But this is I got it right here. I want to make sure I get all this stuff right. Now, is it Leticia and Mitch Pittman? These are our guests tonight. They are farmers. They are part of the Black Farmer Connection. And so y'all give, wait a minute, do I have a round of applause? Let me see. Do I have an applause over here? I ain't got no applause. I can't give you no hand claps.
It is quite all right.
Let me see how I can hear y'all. Oh, Jesus. Let me see. Y'all say something because are y'all saying anything?
Hello.
Hold on. Let me see if I can add y'all back. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Are y'all in the car yet?
Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
Oh, I can hear y'all.
You can?
I'm going to. How y'all doing?
We're doing all right. Hope you are.
How y'all doing tonight?
We're doing all right. Can you hear us? Let's see.
Oh,
Hello.
we cooking, y'all. Listen, yes, I can. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
All right. So,
I think she
they are traveling home. They had to be with the governors. Um, they had to be with the governor today. I need to do one more thing so I can hear you. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
All right, now I can hear y'all. So for our guests, they are trying. They went to Raleigh, so they may be a little dark and all that good stuff, but it's okay. Don't y'all worry about it. We can hear you. All right. So would you all do me a favor, everybody, and um, welcome Mitch, well, Mr. and Mrs. Pittman, the Black Farmers.
yes.
Yes.
We welcome them. They are going to be driving home. So I need to do what, Coleman? Let me see. Uh, you need to turn on your light. Leave them alone. They in the car. And so we knew this was going to be the case when we talked. Um, Somebody said, "Hey siblings, love y'all." And Chiquita, she talking about she your
Hey,
sibling.
girl.
Do you know her? Cause she a
We
Yeah,
trip.
it's
do.
our family.
When I tell you she a trip, I mean she a trip. I was with her last night, so she is a stone trip.
Uh-oh.
So their lights are not going to be turned out. Y'all got to turn that car on, and y'all got to get on that road.
We're going to sit for a moment.
Okay, good deal, good deal. So they are here. They live in what area? Tell me what area you all live in.
We are now located in Eastern North Carolina, in Tarboro, maybe about 30, maybe about 20 minutes away from Rocky Mount. So
Oh
we are in
wow,
Eastern
okay.
North Carolina.
Oh, good deal. Um, and so tell us. Well, we're gonna get into the story, but they were just with the governor. They had a meeting with the governor dealing with black farming and all that good stuff. So we'll start there and just tell us what happened with your meeting with the governor.
It was a meeting in reference. They tied Black history into an agricultural, and they gave out pioneer awards to some of the Black farmers and their family from generational farming. And we got to meet and we talked with his staff, and they mostly wanted to thank Black farmers
For what they're
for
doing in the
what they doing.
community.
Oh, good deal. Excellent. All right. So now we got to go. We getting ready to start. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Sure.
I got my list of questions. Now, this is our jump off. What in the world? How did y'all get into First of all, how did you get into farming and how long have you been doing this?
Okay. So we both got into farming by way of, I started growing small grade herbs, and I love my flowers. Anybody that knows me knows that I love my plants. And so out of my love for that, I started to do low grade herbs. And so it just hit us one day. It just hit me. Let's try the farming. I've been seeing different things on the web, and just, I love growing, and I started to try and grow some strawberries. And it didn't work out that great the first time, but I said, well, I think I want to continue to try. And so that's where that actually stemmed from. And so I went to Mitch and I said, well, how about, let's try it. What do you think about it? And so that's where it birthed from. And then also the fact that, I was kind of, I won't say disgruntled, but I was kind of not pleased with the educational system. I love children. I love what I did. I'm working with children. But I just didn't like how educational system, labeled children. And so, and not to mention how it didn't pay your educators what they're worth. And so, and my husband is coming from a background of law enforcement. And so we've done it for several amount of years. He's been in law enforcement for over 18 years, and just kind of got burned out with what we were doing. And so we decided to try something new, and we decided to try the farming, and that's where farming, the concept of farming, came from. We just wanted to see what we could do, and we started in 2023. We started, low grade growing, and we've been on the move ever since.
Wait a minute, what makes you? All right, so you raised some. I mean, you planted some strawberries. How you go? You planted some flowers, and then you planted some strawberries. You'd be like, oh, next thing I want to do, I'm going into farming. How do you even know to even think about going into farming from education and law enforcement? I mean, that's a huge jump. That's a huge jump.
It was just something that came. It seemed like everything just fell in place. My parents had 40 acres of land that was just sitting there. And then the town that we moved in, it was in a flood zone, and a lot of the homes had got flooded away in '99 and again in 2016. So the government came in and bought the homes and tore the homes down, but they donated us the land to grow in a community, because we told them we wanted to give back to the community, because we in a food desert area. That means that the area that don't produce a whole lot of healthy foods like collard greens, other type stuff that is not processed food.
I got you.
Everything that had just
kind of started
falling in place. Mm-hmm. It was nothing accidental, or I won't say coincidental. I think it was just God leading us in that direction to give back and help people in some type of way, because I had lost that feeling in law enforcement that I wasn't
being fulfilled.
Yeah, it wasn't being fulfilled, and it was and law enforcement was getting a black eye for some of the things that officers was doing. So I'm a black man first, so I felt some type of way. So I asked, and when she came up with that concept, just seemed like things just started falling in place, that she wanted to farm. So I follow her.
Now, here's a question. Now, I know I don't think your mama was this, but did either of you grow up on a farm?
No,
we didn't grow up on a farm. Either of us don't really have a farm background, so we consider ourselves first generation farmers. But upon I guess questioning, I won't say questioning, that sounds kind of bad, but talking to my dad, he has informed us that farming is actually on his side of the farm. So his grandfather actually had a 200-acre farm in Mississippi, because my side of the family, we are actually from Philadelphia, Mississippi. And so they grew up on a farm. And so a lot of the green thumbs, or the things that I'm into as far as growing and I do take that from my dad's side. And so even though I didn't coherently know about me having a farming background, I guess it was innate. I guess it was in me. And so I do have a love for those things. And so so we just kind of taking the torch and just running with it.
Okay. So you find this thing, you say, I want to do this farming. All right. So you said you went, so is that why you went back, I guess, to Tarboro? Like, what's the first thing you do when you say, I want to quit my day job and I want to go, I'm tired of being a teacher. I don't want to be a policeman. We're going to be a farm. So what is the first thing you have to do to say, I'm gonna be a farmer, and like take me through that process. Are we farming cows? Are we farming food? What are we farming in
Well, let
your mind?
well, let me just say, Bishop, because it's something you said. Well, I'm not tired of teaching. I just wanted to reach and teach in a different
In a
way.
different way. I got you.
Right. And we're doing it through agriculture.
I got you.
But we don't have animals. Only pets. But we don't have animals. We're into the produce, and that's what we do. We're, we kind of focus on those things, because like Mitch said, we are considered in a food desert area, where the lack of education, and the lack of resources and access to healthy foods are in the area. It's a high area where the community, they're kind of low income, and they don't have access to those healthy foods. Everything is processed, everything is fast and quick. And so that's kind of what drove us to continue forth, because it's kind of like Mitch said, everything just kind of sort of fell in line. We just said, okay, hey, we want to do this, and we kind of prayed about it, and it's kind of like he said, it's kind of like God is just kind of opening doors as we go. We're still learning. We don't have it the path planned out. We play it by ear, but we're running into some wonderful things and some wonderful people along the way. And so that's where we are with it. We don't necessarily have a sound plan, but we are executing things as we go.
Okay.
I,
So here's a question. So you decided to do fruit. I mean, you decided to do produce. So do you
yes.
cook? Do you cook like your mom? Because your mama Cynthia can cook.
Well, nobody cooks like mom. But I have my own style. We
Oh,
cook. Mom is more traditional, southern traditional, and we do incorporate a lot of healthy foods. I may cook a little more things that she may not like. We try to get her to eat some of the mushrooms that we sell and we produce, but she doesn't like those, but we love them. So I won't say like mom, but I do take some qualities from mom. But we're gonna let mom stay on the pedestal with the cooking, because she
I
does her
mean, I
thing.
try to help her out where I can. I try to
She
educate
don't
her.
need any help. She got it.
No, she don't want to do right. So
um,
so
I
tell me, so you decided to do this produce. So you have to go, Mitch, you all go and get land. Is that the next thing that you
yeah.
all attempt to do, to try to go get land?
Nah, the landfill. Nothing was accidental. The land we had already possessed the land because my parents had 40 acres.
So
So
your parents had 40 acres and a mule.
they didn't have the mule. They had 40 acres and a whole lot of taxes.
It sounds
Yeah,
cliche,
it's
but
that cliche. But they had 40 acres and a whole lot of taxes.
I
So,
got you.
doing the research also, once you get a farm number and you get recognized by the USDA, and you start growing, you can lower your taxes too.
I
Um,
got you.
so that was one incentive, um, to do that, because the only thing to have that much land, even just 40 acres, and if it's just sitting there, it's just a bill for you.
It's just a
So,
bill.
yeah, so
Yep.
it's not producing nothing that can help you. It was pretty to see it, but hey, I'm looking at it as I'm gonna inherit this bill, so I
Got you.
have to see what I can do to produce and to produce something. And then the time I was in church one day, and at a visiting another church, and one of the reverends down there, he got a big farm, and he do a nonprofit with his farming. And he was like, I heard you was doing farming, let's team up. So that's where we get the knowledge from. When to plant, when when
Uh-oh.
when to put the seeds down, when to transport. Once the seeds grow, uh, um, 2 or 3 inches, you take them out of the greenhouse, out of his greenhouse, and then we'll transplant them to our field. And so farming is like, it's really research. It's really, you got to know when to plant, um You had to test your soil, see how many, if it's lack anything, what you had to put back into the soil. So it comes
Hmm.
with a lot of reading and research. So
So let me ask a question. What constitute a farm? Is it the acreage that you have? Is it the amount that you plant? Is it like to go like my grandfather planted, like back in our day, they planted corn and tomatoes and potatoes and all that good stuff, but it wasn't constituted as a farm. Is there a certain qualification that says now we have a farm?
It's not necessarily
no,
the
it's
acreage,
not
because you
acres.
could very well have a farm be considered an urban farm
Yeah.
per se in your backyard. And
Hmm.
so I know Mitch discussed the acres that you all have at your church home. You know, that could very well be considered a farm. It will be like an urban farm, as long as you have I forget what the acreage is.
Well, traditional farm they try to say at least 10 acres,
Hmm.
but you can do an urban farm in your backyard, because you got to realize that you think about Philadelphia, New Jersey,
Right.
New York. They got small areas,
Hmm.
so they're considered urban farmers, and that still qualify them to get help and assistance from
Hmm.
the USDA.
Oh, I'm
So
Hmm.
gonna
it's just
start me a farm tomorrow.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about how do you register your farm.
Hmm.
I got
And
you.
And as long as you have that farm number, we talked about that farm number. You go by the USDA and you register it as a farm, and then I mean that's pretty much it. There's some more things you have to do in between, but those are the major criteria that are required, to have it. And of course, you have to have someone locally to come out and look at the land, and there's a lot of possibilities though. And of
Okay.
course, we say that we left things because it kind of we were kind of saturated in our fields, but do know that Mitch and I, we don't do anything if there's nothing in it.
Right.
There's no benefit. So
All
there's a
right.
lot of
So
benefit in
I,
agriculture.
I'm getting ready to let these people answer their question. So, what is your day like running a farm?
Early.
early,
Early
early.
mornings, sometimes in the summer times, especially late days. I will take my hat off to Farmer Mitch. I call him Farmer Mitch because he took the torch over the summer and doing a lot of the cultivating and getting the land prepared, more so than I'm more of the administrative portion of it, and he's more of the hands-on. And so long early mornings, late
Wait a minute.
days.
What's early? Y'all just what's early?
Before the sun come up,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
before the
Like,
sun come up.
okay, but what's early?
Well, that's a
Sometimes
good
about
question.
five in the morning, I get out there. You watch the sun come up, and it's therapeutic for me to be out there early. And it's amazing how you can just watch your plants grow, and it's like a chess match, because you fighting against the weather, you fighting against animals eating, so you coming out there trying to analyze stuff and see what next move you gonna do to protect or help your plants grow, or maintain your plants from from bad weather and droughts. So it's different. It's you start early. You start early just to get out there, and because in the summertime it's hot. So if you're gonna do it in the work from, I said, from 6 to 11 a.m. Then after 11 a.m. you gotta
It's
come
hot.
in. It's too hot to be out
It's
there.
too hot.
It's too
Mm-hmm.
hot.
So, next question is what kind of equipment do you need for farming?
Farming is moving to be so high tech now. You still got your tractors. You moved away from, they moved away from anything that's hard. They using drones now to spray the fields. Uh,
Wow.
uh, the tractors are $500,000. John Deere. But we starting out early. Everything that we have, my pops had the new tractors and stuff because he needed to cut the grass. So that came in handy. So everything that we have, someone had already purchased it, or we teamed up with an umbrella, a farmers network umbrella, and we share equipment.
Wow.
And I don't care how much you get equipment, you're still gonna always have to get out there
Yeah.
and get your hands dirty and do some manual work.
Got you. A friend said he has Jerome Chadwick, Anthony Jerome Chadwick. He said he has inherited some land, and so his question is: do you teach class, or is there a class that you can learn how to farm, or do you all teach it, or because I know you told me earlier you had mentors, so
Yes.
tell me
Mhm.
about that.
We are, as Mitch said, we are in a farmers network with some very seasoned farmers, and we're learning. We're still learning. Like I said, we're fairly new to this, so we're learning. But we go to workshops, and we participate in workshops. We lead some workshops. I know we're working on. Mitch is working now with some of the farmers to form a co-op in Eastern North Carolina. And so we don't per se teach. What we're doing as far as teaching, we're gonna gear more towards the children, and that's
Hands
what
on.
we intend, so they can have the hands-on experience and getting in, because we're intended for the summer to do an agri camp, where we teach them the skills of the basic farming, and they're going to raise their crop or raise their things in raised beds. So we have a field of raised beds. But we do have accessibility to workshops for, if you needed some resources on where you could go. We've met a lot of good people in this farming. I mean, we travel everywhere from Mississippi. We went to Minnesota. We went to DC. I mean, a lot of places where we go to workshops with different farmers across the world, and they gather together and we share resources and we learn from one another. So we'll definitely love to help plug you all in to some of those calls that we have weekly, so that you can kind of, find a resource that fits you for what you're trying to do.
Good
Second
deal.
of all, IA and GT
Chat GPT.
chat
GPT.
GPT would tell you everything about farming. If you have a question, you can ask IA. It
Or
would give you
AI.
the right answer. Huh?
AI.
That is
AI.
funny.
It,
AI.
AI would give you
Did you say IA? I love it.
it would give you every answer to every question you want about
Okay.
farming.
So here's another question. What is your main crop for earning money, and and then along with this question, how did you determine, did you just create this to say I love strawberries, I love uh collards, whatever, and that's what you planted, or did you look at it from a financial avenue to say what is good that we need to plant, like, what is your main source, and how do you make your money?
Okay. So first, as far as the main crop for revenue, it's our mushrooms. But because that's really pretty much the only thing that we sell. Because we're in a food desert area, and because we do have a nonprofit, which is Project Mustard Seed, we pretty much grow to give. Um, and so our collards, they are in high demand. For some reason, those people in Eastern North Carolina, they love their
Cabbage
collards.
collards.
And I never heard of a cabbage collard ever before in life, but they love those cabbage collards. And so everything that we pretty much produce in the garden, for the most part, as of right now, has been gifted or donated to the community. Now, what we sell pretty much are the mushrooms that we get, from that we do from week to week. And so we had a plethora of squash last year. We did watermelon. We did okra. What else was plentiful? We had
Purple cabbage.
purple cabbage. And so and then of course our collards and kale. So we are heading hen peck salad. Those are mustard. That's a form of mustard greens. And so as we start up this year, we plan to do things a little different. Like I said, we hadn't sold too much because we just wanted to kind of get our feet wet to see exactly what it was that we could grow. Because again, remember, we were in a flood zone area, so we didn't
Right.
know what it would be like. So really, pretty much our first year was our experimental year, just to see what we could produce. And so now that we know what we can and cannot, we'll do things, we'll structure things a little differently as we go along. But as far as revenue right now, anytime you start a business in that first year or so, you're not gonna make a whole lot of money. So that's not even really where we are right now. We're more so gearing more toward or catering more to the Project Mustard Seed, which is our nonprofit, because we're trying to push the initiative out of healthy eating, healthy learning about it, the educational part of it to the community. So that way, we're not really promoting, oh, you buy this and you buy that, because a lot of people right now just cannot afford it.
Wow. So y'all make a living off of mushrooms? It's a whole bunch.
Well,
But mushrooms, mushrooms, these type of mushrooms that we grow, the research have proven to slow down dementia, help with with your coordinates thinking.
cognitive thinking skills.
Oh, I need some mushrooms.
Yeah, so we do lion's mane. We have blue oysters. When the weather permits, we have pink oysters. We also work with another company, and they also produce different strains. We collaborate with them, and we have chestnuts. What did I miss? King trumpet. So we do sell those. Now we do sell those. Those are in high demand, and they're not easy. They're not an easy crop to grow, and so they're pretty much, and I won't say we make a living off of, don't God. God is who sustains us. um so we kind of making it right now. We kind of stepped out on faith, and he's sustaining us. We don't understand sometimes, but he does.
We'll take it. We'll take it. So there was a question, and Jerome, Anthony Jerome Chadwick. I call you Chadwick. Is there like designation or a farm number? Like you have to get a? Is it like registering? I mean, like how do you get a number? How do you do that?
You go down to your local USDA office, and they should have, if your land is used for commercial or is it residential, and they would determine that, and you tell them what you're trying to do with your land, and then they would go through the steps with you to help you get your farm now. It's not that hard.
Okay. Jerome Chadwick said he is in Eastern North Carolina in Craven County.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, he out there. Yeah, that's past us. Tell him we in Edgecombe County.
And what's that?
Edgecombe County. That's where we're
Edgecombe.
located.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's close to the water, ain't he? That's close to the water.
So I guess he'll be able to grow something really good down there.
Yeah,
Now you mentioned different names that I didn't like when you said those other things about mushrooms. You was mentioning different names. What were those names again?
Okay. Well, let me see if I can go back. We have lion's mane. That one is more so. A lot of vegans eat lion's mane. They
It's more
use
like a
it to
steak.
make, like we say, steak. Well, we know it's not really a steak, but for the sake of those who don't eat meat, you can do so
Substitute.
many things with those mushrooms. So a lot of vegans use the lion's mane for steak, and as Mitch said, that's for like your cognitive development. So a lot of people, if they're suffering from memory loss, as he mentioned, a lot of people that suffer from dementia, it's that has a lot of health benefits for cognitive development and for memory and for just helping you stay overall healthy. And it looks exactly like it sounds. It has a bit of hair on it, and it looks like a lion's mane. But
Can you?
The blue oyster helps with the blood pressure. The oyster mushroom that's geared to lowering cholesterol, lowering your sugar level, and your blood pressure.
Do you just you fry it? You cook it? What do
You
you
can do
do?
anything with it.
Oh
You can
yeah.
you can saute it.
So I saute the blue oysters. I've even fried it, and I have a lot of our customers say they taste like chicken. If you go onto Pittman Farm on Facebook, you'll see a lot of videos where some of our customers send us feedback because we always ask them to send us videos, and they get so creative with these mushrooms. You put a little batter on them and put a little egg and like you would a shrimp, and you just fry it up. I mean, it's delicious. You wouldn't even believe it. And it tastes like it's just like it's the illusion of chicken. Look at Bishop.
You got to go to our
You
page,
have
Bishop.
you have to try it. I'm gonna have to make you some.
All right, I'll try it. I'm fat, so I'll eat it once or twice.
You'd be surprised. Ask Shakita and Vernon. They tried them. We gave them some, sent them some, and they tried them. They
Yeah,
they
but
like them.
yeah, there's something wrong with them. So that's not a good. That's not a good. That's not. That's not a good
No.
Not a good
test.
example.
That's not a good example.
Oh
Okay.
no, that's my brother and sister.
She gonna be like, Bishop, really?
You sound just
So
well. You got her down pat. That's what she gonna say.
really, Bishop, really?
Oh gosh.
um. So when we talk about this, let's talk about the kind of the elephant in the room when these things were happening with there she is,
Uh-huh.
Bish. Um, um, there was this notion that terrorists were taken away in America, and then Trump kind of he sent that money to um, Argentina, billions of dollars, and then you have the workers that. So ICE is a problem because there's nobody to do it. Do you all depend on that kind of worker to help your farm? And then the second thing is, are they giving or supporting Black farmers? He did give some money back, but I heard that there was not enough and that farmers were really having a hard time because of the ICE and with the lack of funds. So where does that fit with you all and the Black farmer? Do you depend on them for resources for help?
Now, as we grow and we start using up all the acres that we have, we gonna have to have that type of those type of people or resources to help us. Cause I ain't too many of us going back in the fields.
Nope.
We ain't going back in the
He
fields.
said no.
We got that concept that we done that. We built this country off the blacks of Black men and Black women, and they still don't respect us for it.
Right.
But we gonna have to go back to those fields because just hear me out. Because we need to know what we are growing. We definitely need to know what we are growing
What we eat.
and what we eating. Because food is medicine. Food is truly medicine. So yes, we gonna need our Latino brothers that's willing to go back, to willing to do the work that a lot of us wouldn't do. And right now, Bishop, that's one of the reason why I don't work law enforcement, because I used to be immigration.
Oh, wow.
Yes, on the Obama administrator, it was a lot different then. You couldn't do that crazy. You couldn't dare do
Wow.
that crazy stuff that they doing now. But that's we definitely gonna need them. And as we know, the government always mistreated blacks. I don't care if it comes to anything that's dealing with money. black farmers with the tariffs, it really didn't hurt. I hear a lot of elders say it really didn't hurt black farmers because they weren't giving us nothing anyway. They was
Wow.
discriminating us from day one. So the white farmers wanted, they felt the pains of it, but they wanted us. A lot of the elders said they wanted us to get in the fight with them, but a lot of them said, "No, we don't need to get in the fight," because when we were saying that they was discriminating against us, no one said nothing.
Got
No
you.
one stepped up. So we as black people or African American, we used to being discriminated. We used to the government holding up loans and or grants or making it hard for us. So it's nothing have changed, they say.
Got you. So how is um I have so many questions. So do you have to get a loan? I mean, is it profitable to get a loan, or do you just grind it out to see? And I know you all are in your early stages, but with your experience with the black farmers, are they? Do you have to like get loans and things like that to kind of help you navigate?
Right now, with that, we don't, because they treating us like a baby. They giving us or helping us most, giving giving us mostly what we need, because
Oh,
a lot
good.
of them are looking for a succession plan. So we are their succession plan, so they want to see us succeed.
Got you. So when you're planting, and let's talk about that. Let's talk about food being healing. Um, are you like? Do you use natural? I'm sure you're using natural things to plant your seeds versus, I guess they're using pesticides or chemicals in other places. How does that measure with the way with what you all raise?
Organic.
With what you all raise, because it sounds like it's kind of just the two of you all, and really one and a half. Because Tisha sound like she don't go out. You be out there by yourself, and
But
No,
see,
we have volunteers that
yeah,
come out. We
and
do
I'm
have
just
volunteers from my church that come out, but I'm very hands on. But I
yes,
mean, he not gonna come in there and help me do the paperwork, Bishop. So somebody got to do that part.
somebody
We
got to do
gotta
the
put in the work
paperwork.
for the grants. We gotta put in paperwork. I mean, because there is paperwork with anything. It's attached to it. Anything you have, you're gonna have some paperwork attached to it. And so, he just like with the social media, he's more social media than I am. And we know documentation is everything. So,
Right,
the more you document, the better it is for you and your organization. And so there's so many elements, and it's so hard to get these kids to try and be a part of because they don't see the overall picture in the
right.
beginning. And so right now we got to work with what we got.
Got you. So
again, Bishop, like I said, the the elders send their employees to help us succeed. They send
got
them
you.
to help us plow. They help us plant. We use their transplanter. So we just came in at a great time where people are teaching us and sharing equipment with us
Sharing
and
knowledge.
sharing knowledge. It's just we their baby, and they are nurturing us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good deal. I was gonna ask you. Oh, somebody asked the question: Is it like? Is it organic? Whatever. Like, tell us the difference from if you're planting something versus if something is organic. Is there a
Well,
difference?
I start off saying that we don't use any
Pesticide.
pesticides or any herbicides or anything, no aids to help us grow. It's strictly um, there's really a fine line with organic, but everything is natural. We like I said, we don't use any sprays. Everything is just seed the ground, and so you have to be very careful
So
when you start to speak about organic, especially when you're in people go to grocery stores and you may say organic. That means you want to touch on that part right there.
Mostly organic stuff that that is mostly a bead that's friendly to plants.
Mm-hmm.
No
Harsh
yeah,
herbicides.
no harsh
Herbicides.
herbicides
Mm-hmm.
and no pesticides.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, we use now we do use fertilizer,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have no harsh chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
And when
Gotcha.
so they mostly are natural grown chemicals that they put together.
So basically, you telling me y'all do what my grandfather taught me. We used to grade out the row. We used to grade out the row. We used to put the
Mhm.
seed in the ground, and then we used to use our hand. Well, I don't think we had a farm. Gloria, it was Aunt V. So we would put our hand in the ground, and then you would cover it. We used to use the mule and
Mhm.
the big wheel. We used to use the big wheel and with the mule, and then the other one we would just use his hand, and he would plow it out right behind his house. We would plant the seed. We would cover the dirt. Sometimes we would water. Is that the gist of what you all are doing? And then how long does it take you? How do you know what to plant, when, where, and how long does it take you to get your crop?
Well, that's some of what we do of how it's done. I know, like I said, Mitch has done a lot of the hands-on this past summer, but and that's been incorporated into it. But the technology, thank God for the tractors, and you're never gonna get around having to do a lot of the manual work. But the tractors really help a lot and saving us. And what's the other piece? What's the
And
other
I go by a
equipment?
plant guide. I
Mm-hmm.
go to the internet and see what plant is 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 good to plant the seeds and mulch. Then
Ah,
it'll tell me how many days that the plant should be fully grown. Most of the time it's 90 days if you're gonna grow collards, cabbages. Most of the time it's 90 days, maybe in between 90 to 120 days. But like I said,
Go to the
you can go to
internet.
the internet. It'll tell you everything. It'll help you.
And
And
wow.
if you don't have that seasonal farmer around you, you go to the internet.
and there's also NC State. We go by that. I know in the farmers group that we're in on Monday nights, we have a weekly meeting. There's a NC State guide that we often go by, and there's also a farmer's almanac. That's an old school one, but there's a farmer's almanac that you can almost find in any store. And it'll tell you the best times for your region because every region is different.
Different, yeah.
So
Got you.
it's not one universal planting. It's according to region,
So it's according to region and according to soil. No. Yes.
soil, season. Yes, all of those. Uh huh.
Okay. Great. Great. Do you receive federal funding or resources to sustain your farming business? Is that something that's difficult to do for startup farming businesses? Great
So
question.
that is a good question. So pretty much, under the instruction of the seasoned farmers that I said that we work with, our mentors, we kind of get to see it from different realms. But almost everyone that we know receives federal funding, and so that's why we said it's very important to go ahead and go through the steps, get your farm number, get yourself established. Even if you're growing a little bit, if you get established, that creates and opens the door an opportunity for federal funding. And so that's what we've received so far. We've received one so
Mhm.
far. And so I also do the grant writing. And so that's a lot of what I'm doing in the office while Mitch is outside, Bishop. So trying to find funds that best match what we're trying to do. And so
Wow.
a lot of the organizations thrive off of that federal funding because I mean it's available. If you're doing the work, why not apply for the funding?
That's
and
good.
and that's why we speak of the nonprofit. The nonprofit is 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 Project Mustard Seed. That's giving back to the elderly and the youth. That's what that'll help you get those federal funds. The farm is for profit. It's for profit.
So
So
somebody asked the question, do you have to have a LLC for farming? So that's right in your line. So you got this for-profit entity, this nonprofit entity. Do you have to have an LLC for that, or is it
but
like
you don't have to have the LLC. The LLC is just to protect you from lawsuits. But
got you?
you should have it because you don't want you rather for the farm to be sued instead of you being sued individually.
Right.
And I'm not here to give legal advice. You got to make that.
Well,
But
I give legal advice. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
but yeah, but he would want that LLC
it.
for profit if he's gonna do the farming. If he's gonna do the
So,
farming.
so how can in our area, because what somebody told me is we need to be buying from Black farmers. Is there a directory, or should we? Because what you all said, you give stuff away, but how can we support Black farmers? What do we need to do? I mean, we're in Winston. You all are on the East Coast. By the time I come down there and pick up some collards, I'm gonna have to cook them down there.
But as I said, go back to the internet and type up local Black farmers, and it'll give you the address and a list of all Black farmers that's registered with the USDA in your local area.
And you can
Oh
also
wow.
USDA
Yeah.
and we also have a young lady in High Point that she's in partnership with the two major farmers that we are mentored under, and she actually runs it's called Glow House Agriculture in High Point, and she actually gets a lot of her produce from different farmers in the area. So you do have places that they're not producers, but they are distributors of products. And
Oh,
so
good.
you will
That's
and so
excellent because I have somebody on here, Cannon. All he want to eat is cookies. You need to go and he lives in High Point. You need to go see what's her name again. She's a distributor and get you some vegetables and leave them cookies alone.
I think we all need to leave the cookies alone.
Beverly, what do you mean? That my advice is definitely
Definitely not leave.
it's law. It's law. My advice is law. Get your LLC. Don't stop playing. Glow House Agriculture. I will have to look that up. Look it up, Cannon, and bring us some fresh produce on Sunday. Bring us some collards and some. So, is there a way for us to support you all specifically, since we are connected?
Right.
Is there something we can do to maybe get the word out in your area, or because what we do with he said no more cookies. Look, I'm the main one be asking for cookies. I'm the main one asking for cookies. Cannon, that's for you to go get vegetables. Bring me the cookies. But is there a way for us to support you all in this endeavor? I'm trying to teach your mama some cooking stuff, but maybe we need to, support and get some mushrooms from you. Are y'all the mushroom people, or
We the plug.
What'd you say?
We the mushroom plug.
how can we support that endeavor? What can we do?
Well, first of all, you can pass out the literature on it.
The benefits
of it, and then see if your anyone in your congregation want to try it and change up their eating and their eating habits. And we do take donations,
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
we're pretty calm, because we do. That's what we plan on doing is popping in to different locations. Like I said, when we partner with these other farms, we travel and we go to do workshops where we educate in the local communities on things that they can do and provisions that they can make, and then the Eastern North Carolina farmer that we're working with, he is faith based, so he is strictly everything is donations. He doesn't draw revenue from it. And so his initiative is healthy churches. And so as we talked with you about the other night, we're going to pass you that information for the line. It's every Tuesday, and it's he's getting with churches and forming an initiative so that the church bodies can produce their own food and become their own community foundation for distributing food. And so learning how to grow, learning what to do, learning how to recognize the pests that are in so many things we talk about each week. And that's his initiative, is to get the churches to join in into one coalition so that we could just better the community. And so you definitely could support in that way, because then we'll have a branch out, out in your area, because I don't think we have anyone that way. And
I
so
got you.
that's definitely something that will be supportive as well, because we all work together.
Okay, so tell me your social media thing. How can people look you up? You said there was a website. I need to get some mushrooms because my,
Okay.
I'm getting older, and I need my cognitive skills
Hmm.
to be masterful as I grow older. I need to be able to.
Okay.
I need to be smart when I tell people off. I need to be able to tell them off. I need,
Wait.
You need a fast response, don't you?
I
You can't
need,
be like
I
slow
need to
on
be
the draw.
sharp when I tell them off. I need to be able to, flow cognitively. So how can people reach you? Maybe I
Ooh.
need the mushrooms now. Um, every time I think of mushrooms, though, I go the opposite way because I be thinking drugs. Somebody every time I think
Yeah.
shrooms,
Nah,
No,
that ain't
not
true.
not to be confused with shrooms.
the bishop. So what is your social media? How can people contact?
Okay, so I am dropping it in the chat so you can reach us on Facebook, and it's at Pittman Farm. And then for Project Mustard Seed, it's Project Mustard, and then seed is spelled SE, the number 8 and D, and
You
that's on
doing too
all
much. Wait a minute.
platforms.
So it's at Pittman Farm. What is that? That's Facebook.
That's Facebook, yes. And then for Project Mustard Seed, you can follow that both on Instagram and both Facebook at Project Mustard Seed, and the second E is replaced with an 8, and then it's D. Project Mustard Seed.
Oh, now you doing too much. You said that. You said first. Here it is at
Yep.
Pittman Farm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's Facebook.
Yes.
And then your next one was what?
Project
Uh-huh.
Mustard Seed. And that second E in seed is replaced with an 8.
With an 8?
8, the number 8.
Oh.
You know, 8 is representing the Bible a new beginning. And that's why we put the 8 in there.
So Project Mustard Seed is SE 8D.
The number 8. D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is that? Your website?
That's on both platforms, Facebook and Instagram. Website
Okay.
is under construction.
Mine too. I'm adding this banner because I want you to contact, for my audience, Instagram and Facebook. Is this it? Project Mustard Seed SE8 with a D.
Yes, that is correct.
You all go out there. You can go out there and find them at Pittman Farm on Facebook, and then on the Instagram. And let me do this. Let me make this what this is. I want to get this other one. Look, we are proud of you all.
Thank
let
you.
me say this: we are excited that, and maybe we need to get together and find out some, because you were saying mushrooms were for your cognitive, and then Mitch, you were saying something was for something else, and maybe
Yeah.
there is something that we need to know what foods that, and we have a dynamic person in Pam, who does a lot with our wellness, um, with our wellness section at GBC. And so mushrooms, and maybe we can get a whole lot of other things that we can find out what are good for us to eat to help us. And you all can send us something and tell us, eat this or eat that. And because now, like we were eating, now we can't eat anything farm raised like salmon or chicken. Now we got it needs to be wild. I'm so confused. So
Mhm.
there's so many things. Like, is it organic? How should we handle that? How do I know whether or not it's like you all? It's just straight good old fashioned farming. Your mama is talking about she needs some greens and yang.
Okay,
we
we
got
got
you,
you,
Ma.
Mom. But Bishop, going back to reading the labels on your food, we can't stop eating everything from the grocery store. But a lot of your companies are really trying to be safe now. Are really trying to put healthy foods out because they're getting a backlash. You just had to read your labels and eat the foods that you think that are healthy, and stay away from chickens that have steroids that ain't or some chickens are naturally raised. That means that they just eat the seeds that's planted. You don't inject them with anything, no steroids or any type of additives or fast growing additives for that bird to grow on.
Coleman, he's trying to tell you, stop going to Church's Chicken because them chickens too big.
Yeah, they too big.
They got steroids in them. I told you. That's what's wrong with you. You've been eating that Church's Chicken too long. And I knew it. That bird got steroids. They're too big.
Oh my goodness.
Lay off that Church's Chicken. Y'all know I couldn't go without being silly at some point. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. This is good information. But, that chicken, they got steroids. I told him, I said, that chicken leg is too big. That's Brontosaurus burger stuff. That's Fred Flint stuff.
Well, the best way to remedy that is to grow your own food. Grow your own food, and you know exactly where it's coming from. We even have people out this way that are doing workshops on how to process your chicken. So they show you how to I don't like to say raise it, and
kill.
then you kill it, and how you you know what I'm trying to say. Debone it, take the feathers out. They do the whole workshop. So
we grew up with that. Y'all need no workshop. Call me.
Okay, you know how to do it.
Girl, yes, my grandfather.
You got 25 acres. You messing around then, Bishop. You got 25 acres at that church, and you ain't got nothing up there.
Ain't nothing up there. We used to have to pluck them chickens.
Come on now.
We used to have to take their head off and then put them in that boiling water. Get them feathers off.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know nothing about that.
Okay now. Okay. But a lot of people are.
We're gonna let you be the instructor on
That's
that
right.
day.
That's gonna be fun.
You're gonna be the instructor.
And definitely gonna be funny.
We gonna bring somebody to do it the correct way, and then we gonna let the bishop do it his way.
Really, Mitch? Really?
Yeah.
You down playing for skills here?
we just just want to give out the correct information, Bishop. We know that we following you, but we just want the correct information.
Mitch said, we are not following you, Bishop. God bless you. We're going to bring somebody to do it the correct way. That is funny.
Oh gosh.
Oh, God. Well, listen, I know you all are on your way. I want to thank you all so much for joining me on Behind the Veil. Listen, I know how to do that. That's why I don't like chicken. I want to thank you all so much for agreeing. I know you had some work to do with the governor, and you all, and they took the time to kind of answer our questions. We really do appreciate you all taking this stance, this faith walk. We thank you for doing what you're doing. We thank you for educating our people, educating us, trying to keep us healthy. Thank you so much for educating our children, doing everything that you're doing. We're going to do the best that we can to help push you all. We are proud of you all being, former teachers and policemen, and now you out here playing in the dirt. Y'all ain't doing playing in the dirt. So
What it is?
That's what it is. That's what I tell her in the morning. I'm going to play in the dirt.
I'm going to go play in the dirt. But we are so thankful. And if there's any information that we can give you to help, we'll do that. We'll talk to your mom and make sure. And I got your number. So we'll stay in touch. We will commit to doing one thing, and that is praying for you and praying for your success, praying for your strength, Mitch, while you out there, and Tisha, while you in the office trying to find some money. We need you to find some money.
Find that money, though.
Yeah, and if we can help in that area, we'll be able to do that as well. I appreciate you. We're gonna try to connect with somebody, the lady in High Point, a distributor, to see if we can support and just try to eat healthier. I'm gonna try these mushrooms. I'm gonna do the best I can. Vernon and Chiquita, I don't even think they come on Behind the Veil, but then they come on here because y'all on here tonight. Right.
But on the serious note, Bishop, we had to get the start with the congregation by eating right. We want to lower high blood pressure.
Yes.
We want to lower diabetes. We want to lower cholesterol. Any chronic diseases that comes from eating wrong, because we're gonna bind it and we're gonna send it back to the pits of hell. But we know that we have to have that knowledge, and once we get that knowledge, we have to apply it. It's almost eating is almost like paying tithes. We have to apply that principle.
Yes,
we have to apply that principle to be successful. So we would love to come down and keep this conversation going on your platform.
Let's do it.
And let's keep it going, and let us have one day get with you and you decide when can we come in and talk and have a taste test.
Oh, that'll
try
be good.
The mushrooms. We the wife will give you some recipes.
Oh, that'll be good. Let's do a taste test.
Yeah. And we can go.
We gotta hook that up. That'll be fun.
And we gonna get some callers without no fat bag. we got the fat bag's killing us, bitch. The fat bag's killing us.
Listen, Mitch, I be trying to tell them. Don't nobody want to listen to me.
And then before you close out on Sunday, give them about 2 minutes to do a couple jumping jacks, get the heart rate up before they go home. Get the heart rate up.
Yes, and we are doing a wellness class. Pam is on here tonight. We are doing a wellness class. I think that's happening this Saturday, as a matter of fact. Right, Pam? Let me know. It's this Saturday. And what Pam is going over is on our wellness is what is a heart attack? And what to look for, what's actually happening to your body. How can we prevent it? She threw that at me. And Pam, I think it's this weekend. It's this weekend, this Saturday. And so we're learning about heart health. And so I love the taste test. Now y'all got me hooked on that. because I don't know how these people do mushrooms up here, but maybe it'll be better if I eat it from y'all.
Okay, well, we definitely get together and hook that up, and I'll plug you in for. We didn't do it tonight because of the governor's meeting, but next Tuesday is the meeting with the ministers. So I'll plug you in there because they also do an initiative. It's called Healthy. What is it? Healthy Lives, Healthy Choices. And so if you get your church signed up, and they'll set up in church on Sundays, or maybe I think it's various days where they come in and do health screenings also. Free of charge. Everything is free. And so, cracking down again on that initiative to kind of keep those ailments low numbers. And so we
Let's make
meet
it
every
happen.
Tuesday. Every
Let's make it
Tuesday.
happen. Let's
Okay.
let's make it happen, and I'll connect with Pam because she's over our wellness. But let's make that happen because I think that'll be excellent.
Yeah.
Because we would love to have it in conjunction with what we're doing. Um, in conjunction with what we're doing, that would be very helpful. But I'm
Yeah.
still back to the taste test, so we're gonna make it happen.
We absolutely we'll look to do that soon. But we'll come down
Excellent.
and do a day where we, do a taster on the different thing. That's gonna be a taster because I do natural juices also. So the beet juice, the carrot juice, the ginger shots, turmeric shots, all of that.
You ain't said nothing but a word. Just, and the,
Okay.
and the way my material was screaming on Sunday, I need as much as I can to eat better.
Right. We all.
All right. Listen, thank you all so much. Hey, behind the bell fam, um, let's support health and wellness. Let's support our Black farmers. Thank you all so much for the information that you've given us. I know we didn't answer all of the questions, but we got a lot in tonight. I appreciate you all making this sacrifice on the road. They're on their way back to their house. So I knew it was going to be dark, but I wanted you to at least hear them. We're excited about it. And again, we're praying for you, and we're going to do everything we can to be healthy and stay healthy. I'm going to work on these mushrooms for my mind. And I really am. I'm going to do better about mushrooms. I didn't know that that's what they did. So I'm going to
We're
start
gonna
putting them
send
back
you a
on.
sample box, Bishop.
Hey, 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 Letitia, I'm going to start putting them back on my hamburgers. Don't worry.
There you go. There you go.
I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. As I get a double cheeseburger, I'm gonna put a couple mushrooms in.
Wait a minute. You gotta start somewhere, I guess.
I guess you got to start somewhere. Don't be jealous, y'all. Don't be jealous. But I appreciate you all. Look, y'all get home safe, and thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for joining me behind the veil. We're going to end like this. Look, I'm Stephen Williams. They call me the good bishop. Nobody is good like our God. Thank you for joining me behind the veil. Listen, Tisha and Mitch, y'all get the final word and just encourage the people and then give them a final word of eating healthy and Black farmers. And the floor is yours.
Well, we want to say thank you all for having us this evening. And we are definitely in support of anyone that wants to improve. We know we have room for improvement in every area. But whatever we can do to help as we learn along the way, because we don't know it all, we don't claim to know it all, but what we learn, we are more than welcome to share. In helping if you need the information, just reach out to one of those platforms. I posted my phone number in the chat as well for those who may be interested and may have additional questions outside the show. We believe God, and we know that He has a great work in store for us, and so we're just trusting Him along the way to navigate our path into whatever endeavors He wants us to go in. We're willing to go, and we thank you all for your time. And I'll let Mitch get the last word.
We know that first of all, God is good, and any of y'all that do have land, please put it to use. 95% of all farmers in the United States are white, and only 1% of the farmers in the United States are Black. So that's kind of discouraging right there, just to know that we only make up 1% of farmers in the United States. At Black History Month, look up some of the well-known farmers while you have time, because we have to know our history to move forward. So, with that said, y'all be blessed. Continues to pray. Continues to give God the glory. And have a wonderful night.
I love you guys. Y'all be safe. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. They are saved people. They love Jesus. They love the Lord. And they are worshipers and they are workers. And so God's choicest blessing be on y'all. Y'all, we got to get out of here tonight. Thank you all again for joining us. Thank you for joining me behind the veil. We'll see you next week. We're making it happen. And we're going to get some mushrooms and do better. All right. Until we see each other again. Hey, y'all stay on. We're going to get offline, but y'all stay on. Okay. Don't hang up. All right.
Okay.
All right. We love you guys. I'll see you later. We got to get out of here. We got to end this stream. Bye for now. All right.